Coach, it seems like you're set on a starting five. What have you seen from those five guys that have taken them over the top and why they've started and played so much the last couple of weeks?
Well, just consistency, executing their assignment. And it's not just on Saturdays, but every day in practice. They've practiced a lot better last few weeks, so we just got to continue to build on that. We've had some good games, but they've been good. They haven't been great. I mean, there's still a lot of little things up there that we can get a lot better at. So, every day for us is just about trying to do all the little things right, because obviously as you get to better teams and better players, the little things become big things.
How big of a loss is Gino, and who do you see as that second team right guard right now?
Yeah, big loss. Gino's leadership, his knowledge of the game, his experience, the great attitude he brings every day. But he's still bringing the attitude and the knowledge and experience. He's out here with us. He's helping young guys get better. And, but it just, more than anything, I'm really upset for him. It's a loss for us too, but I'm really upset for him. He's worked so hard to get to this point to where he's playing and he's contributing, and I know that's really important to him. And you just hate to see that happen to a guy with his great attitude and that's worked so hard to get to where he's at. So we just got to get it fixed and go from there.
Has Emmanuel taken a step the past couple weeks?
Yeah, gotten better, straining more, playing more consistent, playing through the whistle with better effort, and obviously getting more consistent with technique and things. And so, just again, it's all kind of it's the little unseen things, but again, as we go along and we're getting deeper into conference play against good opponents, all those little things, they get bigger and bigger.
With those two guards that came in, the transfers, it seemed like their experience previously was on the flip side of where they're playing here. What went into landing them on the left side and right side when they got there?
Really more than anything, I always think it's good when guys change sides later in their career, because they kind of know what their bad habits are, but it's hard to, when you're on the same side taking the same step, to get those things kind of out of your system. And I think for both those guys, flipping sides was a positive for them because it let them kind of develop new habits. And so more than anything, that was probably it. And then we just felt like Jarrett worked at right guard during the spring. Some of it was the injury he was coming off of with the ankle, and why we put him on the right side. And then Manuel, really, I just wanted to change some habits of his.
What's the hope with Alani going forward? And obviously you got some experience early in the season. Pretty young guy still. Is there a thought to trying to retain his red shirt, or is he close enough to that top group that you
I think
expect
Alani's got to be ready to play. I think if we have any injuries there, we obviously have some different options possibly with Murphy at tackle and Jonah inside, which you saw a little last year. But Alani's got to be ready to play. Obviously, Gino is kind of that role. Alani's got to step in that role and be ready to play.
Is there any thought of giving Mason a little bit more, opportunity and trying to move?
Yeah, he's played a lot for these first. He's played almost as much as the way the games have gone, almost as much. And we're going to continue to play him. He's played well, and he's playing at a really high level, and he deserves to get snaps on the field. And so how that works from this point forward, I think will just be determined in practice, not by what I want. Yeah.
What was the biggest difference between the twos and the ones looking back on Saturday's film?
More than anything, we had one spot that when we went in the game just kind of didn't execute with the twos, and it kind of cost us up front on some of our run game to begin those drives, and that's why we're kind of stalling on those first drives. But it's just a young guy making young mistakes, and so it is what it is. We'll get it fixed and move on from there. But some of those guys made some mistakes, and again, it's those little things. It's something very small, but it results in losses and tackles for loss, and as those guys continue to work towards moving forward and trying to move up on the depth chart or being ready when their name's called because of injury, that's what we got to get better at.
What did you like most about what your group did in the first half?
Well, I just thought the consistency of the pass protection, the IDs, the run game. I thought our fits on people. I thought getting on the right guys in pass protection and giving the quarterback time. I mean, we weren't perfect, but I thought for the most part we were pretty high level, and we executed at a really high level. We gave the quarterback time to deliver the ball, and then it gave us, in the run game, we were efficient, and it just let us operate. We didn't really have the play in the first half that we'd had the 2 games previous to that, at least for the offensive line standpoint, where we had kind of cost the drive and stopped the drive with our play. And so you kind of saw what happened. When we're not stopping drives with our play, our skill guys are pretty good. So, I thought that first half, Coach Riley said at halftime, was probably that's a little glimpse of what we can be when all 3 phases are firing together: offense, defense, special teams.